70-65. The New Mexico Lobos come into Clune Arena on the campus of United States Air Force Academy, defeat the Falcons for the second time this basketball season. Alongside Rachel Galligan, I'm Roland Vargas. Rachel, Air Force had 4 players in double digits. In the end, just wasn't enough to slow down New Mexico. It
was such a good offensive production from the Falcons, and then really that third quarter, that was the difference maker. New Mexico came out of the gate, outscored Air Force 19-8, and I don't know that they fully ever really recovered. You felt like there was at times this game was going to get out of hand. New Mexico was going to run away with it. Late in the fourth, Air Force did a great job of kind of making a run. They got some stops, but just offensively really struggled to find that flow they had in the first half.
Yeah, you mentioned that third quarter. That's where it all just became a little bit disjointed for Air Force. We'll take a look at some of the stats. Obviously, the one there on the bottom line jumps out to you. New Mexico also edging it in terms of rebounding, but 25 turnovers. That's an awful lot for the Lobos.
I mean, it was a game where you had 40 combined turnovers between both teams. I mean, Air Force, they did what they normally do. That they turned teams over. They had 20 points off of their 25 forced turnovers. So, that wasn't really the area of concern. I think the rebounding numbers became glaringly different in the second half. New Mexico attacked the offensive glass. They got themselves second chance points, finished with 8. They got themselves to the free throw line. That was an area, you saw both teams cooled off from the three-point line that we saw in the first half, kind of that hot shooting performance. But I think New Mexico down the stretch just kind of was able to seal this one from the charity stripe. And again, that balanced scoring from the Falcons just really struggled, with that New Mexico pressure defense the second half.
We talked about it. 4 Air Force Falcons in double digits, leading the way for Air Force. As we take a look at some of the highlights from this basketball game was Camry Heath. She finished with 11. Caused turnovers, was a constant threat defensively. Loves that mid-range game, does Camry Heath. As I said, she finished 5 of 11 for 11 points, joined on that 11-point mark by Nikki McDonald. She helped stretch the floor for the Falcons. She's knocking down those shots. She can be so dangerous offensively for Air Force, but it just wasn't enough. New Mexico, the Duff twins, filling it up, 26 for them combined. They really ran the tempo at times for New Mexico, and when they needed it, they got a standout performance. One of the better performances we've seen here at Clune Arena. Anya Ogman, just brilliant today in this basketball game, 17 for her.
Yeah, she was so aggressive on both ends of the floor. Finished with a double-double, 17 points, 11 rebounds. I mean, just really was a matchup problem for the Falcons. But, like we said, Falcons tried to make a little bit of a run. Taylor Britt, stretching the floor herself a little bit. Falcons hit 5 threes in this game. Another finish there for McDonald. That's when they were able to kind of cut into that lead just a little bit, but the comeback fell short just a little bit for Air Force.
Air Force shared the basketball around offensively in the end, though just not enough. 70-65, New Mexico come into Clune Arena here and get the victory. Where for our entire Falcon Vision crew, I'm Roland Vargas alongside Rachel Galligan. Air Force will be back in action on Saturday here at Clune Arena against the Wolfpack of Nevada. That game tips 9 a.m. Hawaiian. Air Force dropped this one 70-65 to New Mexico.